Hello, hello. So today we're going to talk about the tracker forest. Don't mind the dogs there in the background. Last year, in the winter time, I was a little bit further south from where I'm living here. Started doing all kinds of things, and had quite a lot of foot problems. As you may know, I'm walking around in Crocs the majority of time, but for some reason, which is great in the summertime, but when you walk too much, it can have its difficulties as well. So I started to get foot pain and also pain in my back. It's all related. So in order to prevent me from having more problems, I thought I'm going with those ones. Um, the You can read up all the stats and whatnot, about the shoes, in general about the company. They're trying to be as environmentally conscious as possible, and those are no exception. If you like leather or not, that is debatable. I personally try to shy away from it because the problem is they usually are wearing down quite quickly when you wear them in wintertime as well. They get a little bit wet and whatnot, and then they start cracking if you don't dry them properly. Those ones here now, I really used just regular nick wax and really worked it in with a heat gun just to make sure that there's enough wax pattern there as possible. So now they look quite decent. The sole is amazing, a Michelin sole. I usually walk around in my hiking shoes, like those ones are the Innovate, what are they called now? Fly something? Because they changed the name, that's why I'm a little bit confused now. What's up, girl? They got dirty. So Terra Ultra G270. They have a nice wide toe box. Decent sole, 3mm, which is perfectly fine for the majority of things when you go trail running and whatnot. Those ones here, they have a little bit more groove. But what you have to have in mind is there is no offset here and you're very low to the ground, which is amazing if you like it. You kind of have to get used to it a little bit. They look a little goofy, that is for sure, but the benefits really are the important part because your foot can really spread out properly. I use those for working primarily. This here is size 45, which according to the website is exactly what I was supposed to go with. My foot length is 27.3, which would indicate those, but I actually feel they're a little bit too long. It's a little bit like walking around in clown shoes, if you know what I mean. With thick socks, which I usually like in the winter time and in autumn, I run around in those then. And I have a thick pair of wool socks on, so then it's actually quite nice. No, you don't need that much cushioning or insulation when you wear shoes like this in the wintertime because they flex so much. You get your foot way easier warm. I walked around in those in minus 20 degrees and without a problem. When it started to get colder and I was standing around quite a bit, moving around a little bit, and so I got my foot fairly okay warm. But I'm also like a warm kind of guy in terms of my feet. I sweat a lot on them, so for me that worked out. Anyway, that is something to consider. If you go according to the chart, you may want to size down one size, and then you're probably a little bit better off. But that depends a lot. If you're really in between, go for the smaller one, because the toe box is so wide, you will have a lot of chance to move around and whatnot. So have that in mind. Love the lacing because it's a little bit shaped, so they're actually staying where they are. See there's still quite a lot of room here. But otherwise, they are amazing. Like so much room, so much space. Amazing. the most important thing is you can bend your feet really nicely. They're amazing to work in. I hate working shoes, so those ones are amazing. But again, I need some thicker socks to work in it, otherwise one size down. See here, my toe is here, like somewhere here, so there's still quite a lot of room here. Otherwise, you can read up all the stats on the website. I love those. I will definitely, for the next summer at least, will go for some shoes, because although the innovators are nice, those ones give me way more comfort. So I definitely gonna go for more of those. I love them. They're expensive though. That's a little bit the downside. Alrighty, back to doggies and doing other stuff.